Hey, we thought it was time maybe to give a bit of a life update. So for all of our friends that might be watching this or catching up to us on Facebook, we've had quite a year, 2022. We felt in late 2021 that God was calling us to pass off the reins of leadership at Evangel to our son-in-law Jimmy and our daughter Tiana. That was quite a journey over the year 2022, as together our church community in Fort St. John Evangel just together discerned the Lord's will and plan for our lives and for our church community. And at the end of the day, there was an affirmation. And so at the end of December, we passed over the reins of leadership. We are still planning on being a part of Evangel in the future. We still feel a strong sense of calling to the north, to Fort St. John, and to our church family at Evangel. But we don't know exactly what that will look like. That's our plan. In the meantime, we decided to take 2023 as a bit of a sabbatical year. And though it's not a typical kind of sabbatical, we're not just hanging out on beaches. In fact, right now we are in a dusty little town called Sinanga, Zambia. And I have been mentoring a group of pastors from this area of Zambia for the last 2 years. And so we thought if we had the time, which we do this year in this kind of sabbatical season, then we would come out and spend some time with them. So we've been in Sinanga now this area of Zambia for a couple of weeks, where it has been nothing even close to a holiday. It's been very full. We're having a bit of a date night right now, actually, which means we have time to do this as well. We have been doing this ministry. I've been taking my guys deeper into church renewal practices like hearing God's voice and things like the Set Free Retreat, helping them walk in freedom and wholeness and know how to help their people walk in freedom and wholeness. So it's been really rewarding so far, definitely out of our comfort zone, but incredibly rewarding as we watch what God is doing. And we just love these people out here and have loved the connection that we have with them. So we're going to be here for another few weeks, which will include a little excursion into the Congo, again to meet with a group of pastors, and then into Zimbabwe to meet with about 70 national leaders there as well. What started as us just coming out here to spend time with the guys that I mentor, the word ended up spreading, and now it's become quite a big thing. In Zambia and Zimbabwe, we'll be actually hosting a full-on conference for 70 national leaders. And so it's a bit more than just a little trip. I'm going to be financing that pretty much out of my pocket. So that's made it kind of an interesting thing to do in light of not having a job this year per se. But yet the Lord's providing, and we're excited about the opportunity to pour into people's lives. So we will have a bit of a breather in a few weeks.
Well, after we go to Uganda.
After we go to Uganda.
From Zimbabwe and partner with Black Buffalo Missions.
Yes. Yes, we'll be after Uganda. We're gonna take some time off in April in Europe, and then one of our good friends, Vadim Yurchenko, also a pastor on staff at Evangel, is gonna join us in Poland. And we're going to go right into Ukraine and do a 2-week ministry tour in Ukraine that will take us literally right to the edge of the war zone. And we will be ministering some of the renewal principles and practices to pastors and leaders that have been on the front lines in terms of the war in Ukraine. And so we're really excited about that. And that will be the last part of this stage of the journey. Then we will go back home to Fort St. John. We are very much looking forward to that, very much. And we will kind of enter into a sort of a normal sabbatical for a few months. We'll be spending a lot of time at our cabin out in the deep north wilderness, maybe doing a bit of traveling to see family. And then in September, we anticipate kind of starting to feel out what the future will look like for us at Evangel, as well as some other opportunities we're exploring in addition to our work at Evangel. Could be some stuff with church renewal. Could be some stuff, some opportunities working with, kind of coming alongside small town churches in our province and just helping them learn how to flourish. So we're exploring some of those things. We're very excited about the future. It's a little bit uncertain in some ways, but we know God's leading us, and we're just excited about what that's going to look like. You have to let go of the old to see the new. You have to push away from the shore if you want to experience the great adventure that God has for you. So that's kind of where we're at. Anyways, do you have anything to add, Sarah?
We're walking by faith, not by safe.
By faith, not by safe. That's good. So we appreciate your prayers, and I think the plan was to actually do these updates a lot more, but it's just been so insanely busy out here. So maybe we'll be pushing these out there every once in a while just to kind of keep everybody in the loop. We really appreciate your prayers and your support, and hopefully we're able to give a really good report of what God does out here while we're here in Africa and then later in Europe and Ukraine. So
we would love your prayers. If you want to support us that way, you can. We would covet your prayers.
yeah,
As you know, the things that we're doing over here, we just would love coverage.
totally. Okay, well, until we see you or talk next time.